Good day, greetings students. This is Director RJ Olarve and I will be your teacher for this academic year. And for the first quarter, so we will be tackling Earth Science. For the first chapter, we're going to talk about Earth and space. And as an introduction, I will ask you some questions like, have you ever felt the Earth move under your feet? Or have you ever felt it tremble and shake? Well, the Earth has subterranean plates moving toward or away from each other. When plates collide, one can push the other below it, and when plates move apart, they create gaps. All these movements of plates give rise to the Earth's land masses, and once it is being theorized as one massive continent, now drifting as 7 separated continents. And in this chapter, we will revisit and map out the inner structure of the Earth, including its layers and their distinct properties, and also the mechanisms and evidences of plate movements. So let us have lesson number 1, Into the Moving Earth. Different lesson objectives. So in this lesson, you are expected to first know the different layers of the Earth and their unique characteristics. Second is to know the different boundaries between the layers of the Earth. Third is to familiarize with the nature, types, and importance of seismic waves. And lastly is to know the different forces that influence the plate movements. And to continue, we have different preliminary activities. We have activities number 1 to 4. And what are these activities? So we have activity number 1, case analyzation. So this time, as you can see in this video, so we have a ring woodite containing diamond from Juena, Brazil. So you are tasked to analyze the given case about this ring woodite containing diamond, and after that, read and answer each question by writing your answer on the space provided after each questions. And we have activity number 2, what's on your mind? So this is just to test your prior knowledge about our topic. So you are tasked here to give what you already know about the different layers of the Earth. And you can use diagram for your answer, and you can write your answer on the provided portion below, located on page number 4 of your module. And we have activity number 3. So it is entitled Label My Parts. So below is a picture of the different layers of the Earth, and you are going to label its parts by writing your answer on the blank that corresponds to the layer. So located again, page number 4 of your module. And last activity for the preliminary is Decode Me. So this time you're going to remove the unnecessary you and else in order for you to decode the following words. You're also going to write your answer on the space provided after each item. So we have actually 5 items. So I will give you a clue. So number 1 starts with the letter L. Number 2 starts with letter C. Number 3 is letter M. Number 4 is letter I. And number 5 is letter A. And these are some of the words that we're going to encounter in our discussion proper. At this point in time, I am requesting you to please pause this video and kindly answer all the questions under activities number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I hope you already paused this video. Hoy, pause mo na muna to. So now let's proceed with the discussion proper. And as we go with the discussion proper, can I ask every one of you to have your modules with you, at the same time a pen? Because in our discussion, we're going to encounter different terminologies, and as you can see on your modules, there are blanks there. And you are able to fill in the blanks with the correct information if and only if you're going to listen to me very carefully. So let's begin the discussion proper. And to begin, let's have lesson 1.1, the layers of the Earth. And in figure 1-2, you can see there the different layers of the Earth. So that picture shows the different layers of the Earth, and I know that you have your prior knowledge about the different layers of the Earth, right? But this time, we're going to discuss them one by one, together with their distinct properties. So let's have the first layer, which is the crust. And I would like to make things clear na itong crust na to ay hindi yung madalas mong tinitignan na profile picture, yung kinikilig-kilig ka pag nandyan siya, okay? Or yung mismo na kasi hindi pa rin tayo nakakapasok sa school. No, kasi yun ay crush. Pero this time, this layer is the solid and the outermost layer of the earth where life exists. And also, it is largely composed of alumina and silica as the element that is most abundant in this layer of the earth. And also, there are two kinds of crust that behave differently and has effect on the events that occur on the plate boundaries. And the question now is, what are the two kinds of crust that behave differently? So we have the first kind is the continental crust. So continental crust is the crust that makes up the continents and is about 40 to 70 kilometers thick. Also, it is made up of less dense granitic rocks. So granitic rocks are a type of igneous rocks, so that came from the solidification of magma. And also, it is much thicker than the oceanic crust. So if you're going to compare the thickness of oceanic and continental, the thicker is the continental crust. So the second type, we have the oceanic crust. So this type of crust underlies the ocean floor, which has an average thickness of 5 kilometers, and it is made up of denser basaltic rocks. So basaltic rocks are also kind of igneous rocks, which are again formed through the solidification of magma and lava. And to compare oceanic crust and continental crust, so kapag ikaw ay matatagpuan sa ocean floor, basically, you are oceanic crust. And kapag naman ikaw ay hindi matatagpuan doon sa oceanic crust, so ikaw ay continental crust. So let's proceed with the second layer, which is the mantle. So mantle is found below the crust, which is said to be semi-solid, rocky, and very hot layer. So it measures about 2,900 kilometers thick and makes up 80% of the earth and carries most of its mass. So take note, 80% of the earth's mass is actually because of the thickness of this mantle. So in addition, mantle is also made up of ferromagnesium silicate rocks, and also the upper mantle's temperature measures about 900 degrees Celsius, and as you go deeper into the mantle, the temperature increases from 1000 to 3700 degrees Celsius. And we have the third layer, the outer core. So it is the only layer of the earth that is said to be liquid, and it is located below the mantle and made up of molten nickel and iron, and is about 2,270 kilometers thick and has a temperature that ranges from 3,700 to 4,300 degrees Celsius. So kung kanina ay sobrang init na sa mantle, take note that mas mainit pa sa outer core. And we have the fourth layer, the inner core. So inner core has a diameter of about 1,220 kilometers and is composed mostly of solid iron, which gives the planet its magnetic characteristics. And it is extremely hot, and recently its temperature has been found to about 6,000 degrees Celsius. So painit ng painit. Habang pumupunta ka doon sa pinakagitna, syempre mas iinit at iinit yan. And take note of its characteristics, the magnetic characteristic. So bakit meron tayong magnetic field? That is because of the solid iron that is found in this core. Those are the four major layers of the earth. So we have again crust, mantle, outer core, and inner core. Earth, and this time we're going to have other terminologies that you need to familiarize yourself with, and these are letter A, lithosphere. So lithosphere is a rigid layer that is comprised of crust and the uppermost layer of the mantle. So basically, pag pinagsama mo daw yung crust at yung uppermost layer of the mantle, that is the lithosphere. So second layer, we have the asthenosphere. So asthenosphere is found below the lithosphere, which is about 180 kilometers thick, and the region which contains the magma. Third and the last is the convection currents. So inside the mantle, there is what we call heat energy circulation that travels upward from the hot inner mantle to the cooler outer mantle. And it is also the heat transfer mechanisms that helps drive the movement of the tectonic plates, which results in the formation of mountains, volcanoes, islands, trenches, and mid-ocean ridges. So we have the picture showing the convection current. So figure 1-1 shows the convection currents in the mantle. And take note that this heat circulates or travels upward from the hard inner mantle going to the cooler outer mantle. And this mechanism also helps the tectonic plates to really move. And once the tectonic plates move, so dyan na nakakaroon ng formation of mountains, volcanoes, islands, trenches, and mid-ocean ridges. So those are the three terminologies that I want you to familiarize yourself with. So this time, let's proceed with the different interfaces between layers of the Earth. So actually, interfaces mark the boundaries between the layers of the Earth. And there are actually three interfaces, and these are as follows. So first, we have the Moho-Rovesic discontinuity. So it is also known as Moho, which is the interface between the crust and the mantle. Second, we have the Gutenberg discontinuity. So it marks the boundary between mantle and the outer core. And last, we have the Lehmann's discontinuity. So it is located between the liquid outer core and the solid inner core. And we have here the picture showing the different interfaces between layers of the Earth. So we have the crust, and then kasunod ni crust is the Moho, and then si mantle, and then we have Gutenberg, outer core, Lehmann, and then the inner core. So this figure shows the different interfaces between each layers. So that ends our discussion proper, and this time it is your turn. So kindly answer page number 7, activity number 5, what's new? So this time you're going to write your new gained knowledge about the different layers of the Earth on the provided portion below. Next is you're also tasked to have activity number 6, label my parts. So below is a picture, but this time kasama na yung different interfaces between each layers. So label its parts by writing your answer on the blank that corresponds to the layer. Activity 7 is fill in the blanks. So as you can see on your module, you have their direction. Below is a discussion about the different layers of the Earth, and you're going to supply the necessary information by writing it on the blank. And we have activity number 8, the think talk activity. So you're going to answer the 2 questions, and there is this portion where you will write your answer. So question 1 is, what do you think is the importance of the convection current in maintaining the internal heat balance of the planet Earth? Second is, how do the scientists know what they know about the inner Earth if no one has traveled there? So for the last activity, we have activity number 9, my crusty planet. So this time you're going to create a diagram that shows the different layers of the Earth and include the types of crust, lithosphere, asthenosphere, mantle, outer core, inner core, and the different interfaces between each layer on your diagram. And be sure also to add the different labels or layers that are mentioned above. Put your work on a short bond paper and check this rubric for rating. So content is 50%, creativity 25%, organization of ideas 25%. So if you have questions and clarifications Don't hesitate to contact me at my FB account, RJ Solis Olarve, Gmail, disciplerj@gmail.com, cellphone number 0975-705-1548. And just a reminder, so from 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31, when you eat or drink or do anything else, always do it to honor God. So as you answer the different activities in this module, so do it most importantly to honor God. So that would be all. See you on our next video tutorial. God bless, grade 10.